Did you know that 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation? Shocking, right? Yet, some families continue to grow their fortunes through generations. What's their secret? It all comes down to how they think about money and loss. While most people see losing money as a disaster, the wealthy view it as a learning opportunity. They know that failure is just a step on the road to success. In fact, a study found that successful entrepreneurs have, on average, 3 failures before they hit it big. This mindset is crucial for building wealth and taking risks. In this article, we'll explore how the rich are born to break the rules, think differently about money, and teach their children to embrace risk. We'll share unique strategies they use to stay fearless, even in the face of loss. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of the wealthy? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Born to break the rules, not bound by fear. The rich are raised to think differently about money. They don't see it as something to protect at all costs, they see it as a tool. From a young age, many wealthy individuals are encouraged to take risks. They're not punished for trying and failing, they're rewarded for being bold. In fact, according to a study by the Harvard Business Review, 80% of successful entrepreneurs have failed at least once before hitting it big. This pattern starts early. Unlike many of us, they're raised in environments where failure isn't a bad word. It's a lesson. And more importantly, it's temporary. Take Warren Buffett, for example. He bought his first stock at age 11, and he admits he made a mistake. But that early failure didn't stop him, it became fuel for future success. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging, Buffett once said. It's this ability to course correct without emotional attachment that sets the wealthy apart. The lesson here? We need to stop treating financial loss as an end. The wealthy see it as part of the process. Losing money isn't failure, quitting after losing it is. Chapter 2. Wealth is a state of mind, not a bank balance. Here's a truth bomb. Wealth is more mental than material. The rich know that money comes and goes. They don't view it as a safety net but as a resource they can always regenerate. This mindset shift is crucial because it removes the emotional baggage that most people associate with money. In fact, a study by Dr. Carol Dweck, a psychologist known for her research on mindsets, found that people who adopt a growth mindset are far more likely to succeed financially. A growth mindset means believing that you can develop skills and intelligence over time. In other words, if you lose money, you can make it back. The wealthy live by this principle. They focus on building assets, not just saving cash. Billionaire real estate investor Grant Cardone often talks about how the wealthy think in terms of assets, not dollars. Cash is trash, he says. You should only hold it until you can invest it in something that will make more money. The rich don't hoard, they invest, and if they lose, they simply adjust and try again. This mindset also allows them to take calculated risks. Since they don't cling to money as a lifeline, they're more willing to bet on opportunities that others might shy away from. That's how wealth grows. Chapter 3. The Art of Living, Investing in Experiences, not just assets. Here's something surprising. The wealthy don't just invest in stocks or real estate. They invest in experiences. Why? Because experiences expand their thinking, sharpen their creativity, and build relationships, all of which lead to more opportunities. Think about this. A 2010 study published in the Journal of Psychological Science found that spending money on experiences, rather than material possessions, leads to greater happiness. This is something the wealthy have long understood. By attending conferences, traveling, and surrounding themselves with diverse perspectives, they're constantly learning and evolving. For example, Richard Branson famously said, "If you're offered a seat on a rocket ship, don't ask what seat. Just get on." Branson isn't just talking about literal rockets. He's referring to the mindset of saying yes to new opportunities, even if they seem risky or unknown. The wealthy see life as an adventure, and they're willing to spend money to experience it fully, knowing it will enrich their worldview, and, in the end, their bottom line. And these experiences often come with failure. But for the wealthy, failure is just a pit stop on the road to success. They invest in experiences because they know that the return on those investments often far outweighs the initial cost. If you're enjoying these insights, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on wealth building and financial freedom. Chapter 4. Learning to Lose. The Hidden Curriculum of Wealth. The wealthy don't just understand loss, they expect it. To them, losing money is part of the process of building long-term wealth. They treat each loss as a learning experience. In fact, many wealthy individuals believe they've learned more from their failures than their successes. Take Sara Blakely, the founder of Spanx. When she was growing up, her father would ask her at the dinner table, "What did you fail at today?" He wanted her to see failure as a step toward success, not something to be feared. Blakely credits this approach with helping her become one of the youngest self-made female billionaires. This concept of embracing loss is backed by science. A study published by Stanford University shows that people who learn from failure are far more likely to innovate and succeed. The rich are taught this lesson early on. For them, every financial misstep is simply part of a broader learning curve. They also use a strategy called loss aversion to their advantage. While most of us avoid risks to prevent losses, the wealthy manage their emotions and leverage risks to create more upside. They know that statistically, not every investment will succeed, but over time, the wins will outweigh the losses. This mindset allows them to stay calm when others panic. Chapter 5. Teaching the Next Generation. Passing down more than money. Wealthy families don't just pass down money, they pass down knowledge. They teach their children how to think about money, how to manage risk, and, perhaps most importantly, how to handle failure. In a 2017 study by U.S. Trust, 78% of wealthy parents said they believed it was important to teach financial lessons to their children, yet many did so by allowing their kids to experience failure firsthand. The Rockefeller family is a great example of this. For generations, they've held regular family meetings to discuss investments, failures, and successes. This teaches each new generation that losing money isn't something to fear, it's part of the process. Unlike the traditional, "don't talk about money" rule in most households, the wealthy make money a topic of conversation. They discuss it openly, teaching their kids the importance of financial literacy and risk management. This is why they're not afraid to lose money. They've been raised with a deep understanding of how to recover from losses. One tool the wealthy often use is the concept of the family office. These are private advisory firms that help manage the wealth of affluent families, ensuring that each generation is financially literate and able to grow the family fortune. But it's not just about investing, it's about passing down the mindset that losing money is part of the game, not the end of it. Chapter 6. Thinking like a CEO. Every loss is a strategy. Here's a key difference between the wealthy and everyone else. They think like CEOs, not employees. When they lose money, they don't panic, they pivot. This CEO mentality allows them to view financial loss as a part of their broader strategy. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, is a perfect example. In the early years of Amazon, the company lost money for years before it turned a profit. Bezos famously said, "If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness." This approach to risk and loss led Amazon to become the trillion-dollar company it is today. This CEO mindset involves understanding that money is a tool, not a goal. The wealthy invest in businesses, stocks, real estate, and more because they know that taking calculated risks is how you grow wealth. According to research from the Journal of Finance, high net worth individuals typically hold more diversified portfolios and are more likely to invest in alternative assets like private equity and venture capital. They take risks that others shy away from because they're not focused on short-term losses, they're thinking long-term. Another crucial strategy is reframing loss. The wealthy see it as data, not failure. Every investment, whether successful or not, provides valuable information that can inform their next move. Ray Dalio, the founder of the world's largest hedge fund, Bridgewater Associates, once said, "Pain plus reflection equals progress." This simple formula explains why the wealthy don't fear losing money. They use those losses to refine their strategy and make better decisions in the future. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for more on financial strategies and wealth building tips.